There we go. Welcome everyone to our regular Tuesday night Collaborating Connections Professional Networking Zoom meeting. My name is Dawn Evans Casey, and I'm the leader of the group. Collaborating Connections is part of the TTR Networking, which stands for To the Rescue Networking Group, which has been around in Central Indiana for the past 14 years. Collaborating Connections is going on 7 years, I believe. So we are a membership group. However, we love to invite visitors to come engage with us, share a little bit about their business and themselves, and get to know us. Maybe they'll be interested in joining and being a part of this group on a weekly basis. We meet weekly because we believe that that's the best way to grow great business relationships and get to know each other so that we can give wonderful referrals. So that's a little bit about the organization. And I just want to share that while we've got 4 people on the call tonight, we have several other members. Summer is really a busy time for quite a few of us. So not everybody is always available during this time slot. And of course, if they've got business to do, we're encouraging them to stay successful and productive and get that done. But we certainly would love to connect with those out there who may be listening to the recording of this meeting and interested in sharing a little bit about themselves. So reach out to us through the TTR Networking or Collaborating Connections Facebook page. Collaborating Connections also has a LinkedIn page. And TTR Networking has a website, which is totherescuein.com. Feel free to connect with us under any of those venues just to say hi, let us know who you are and what you do, and when's a good time that you'd like to join in and be a part of us. We do have a Visitors Day coming up on October 1st, Tuesday night, October 1st at 6 p.m. here on Zoom. And if you are available, we would love to meet you. So keep that in mind. To start out our week, we usually, I invite anybody on the call to share any wins or any messages of gratitude, things that they're thankful for from the past week or coming up in the near future. We share because it gives each other a little bit more insight to us as human beings, as business people, but as people in general. So also by sharing gratitude, it opens our heart, and we're acknowledging great things that are happening and making room for more wonderful things in our lives. So I'll open the floor right now to any wins or messages of gratitude that anyone has this week. Yes.
Hey, I'm going to say I'm grateful for these crazies, but they're crazy. So I've got us muted. You don't even hear me yelling at him because he's trying to kick the stool over. But isn't it great, all these young people on our call? I mean, we're talking about what we got, a month and a half old twins on the other line. I mean, wow. We recruit them young, Dawn.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes.
Well, I'm grateful for the babies.
Good.
Super awesome. Super awesome. You look so peaceful. Holding your little one, your grandson there, and he's drifting off to sleep. Oh, what an angel. What an angel. Thank you for sharing, Deanna and Jennifer. CB, I know you've got some wins or some gratitude that you would love to share.
I've always got stuff going on. Since I don't know how to share I can't share my screen. I can't really pull it up, but I can at least do it this way.
Oh,
This is one that I worked with Chase on. you'll notice his soccer team is called the Blaze. So how appropriate to have a nice soccer ball on fire.
Wow.
So we did that one. I've been talking with the people at his school and might be able to go in there and do some of the pictures like that for some of the teams. So if I don't hear back from him this week, because obviously next week's gonna be a holiday week, I'll try and reach out to him again Tuesday, Wednesday next week and touch base, see what happens.
Oh yeah, that's super fantastic. I don't know how you did that, but that looks awesome.
Photographer's secret. I can't share my secrets.
Is that kind of new? Do that, your
Oh, I
brother.
did this one the other night with Chase.
So yeah, so is that a new thing you're doing, CB?
Oh, it's part, yeah.
That's very cool.
I know lots of little tricks, so
Yeah, very cool.
try and use them.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, let me see. I've got all kinds of wins from the past week. Last Wednesday night, going with the bright ideas to listen to Jennifer and others present their thoughts on trust was just awesome. I came away from that event just filled with positivity and great thoughts on how important trust is to relationships, both professional and personal, and then all of the various ways that trust plays into our daily lives. So thanks again, Jennifer. That was awesome. Met some new folks at that event, and making connections, of course, is always a win.
Thank you for being there, Don. I appreciate that.
Oh, my pleasure. Then on Friday, we had Fun Fridays at Cohatch, which is our quarterly TTR networking event in person. And it was just an awesome event overall. I woke up that morning knowing that I was going to be heading out of town that day, but wanting to be a part of that event. And it did not disappoint. The Cohatch location that we went to was just wonderful. The room, the atmosphere, the people that were there. And I want to remind everybody that Fun Fridays, there is a new and different mix of professionals to meet every time. So don't think that you've attended one event and you know how it goes and it's the norm, because there's a different theme and different questions and different door prizes and different people, and it's just awesome. So I want to tell everybody, put it on your calendars for November 22nd for our next Fun Fridays, the last Fun Fridays of 2024. I came away with new contacts and just a warm feeling for everybody that was in the room and engaging with each other. We had some wonderful questions and responses, and thanks again, Jennifer. Then I had a safe trip up to Michigan, Detroit, to visit with my mom and to celebrate my 40-year high school reunion with classmates. So I'm very thankful that I made it up there safely. The planning committee for the reunion did an exceptional job all weekend long. We had events Friday through Sunday that were just amazing. And I also say I have heard a couple of messages. There were a lot of folks there, and I think that a couple have since reported that some people were positive with COVID. So I guess I feel thankful that I feel completely healthy and no side effects right now. So I'm hoping that I have not brought that back from Michigan, but I had a great time. So those are my wins and my moments of being grateful from this past week. So I'm just looking forward to getting through this week productively and doing all of the follow-ups from the networking events from last week, because we all know that the fortune is in the follow-up. And while it was great meeting people, it's going to be even better getting to know the new folks better and seeing how we can help each other. So that's it. Next, I am going to invite our illustrious leader, Jennifer Johnson, to share with us what's going on, what's new and wonderful within TTR networking.
Well, thank you for all of that, Dawn, because the Fun Fridays was really good. I was a little nervous because we were in a new location. So you just never know. And the co-hatch people there were wonderful. So I'm glad. And I think I've heard more than one story that makes me very happy with the, the new connections, new faces. And so, yes, the last one is November the 22nd. And I think Dawn already said that, but it is up in Noblesville at Anchor Health Chiropractic. So that is, they've been members for a number of years. Actually, before they opened their doors, they were members of TTR. And so that is, I think they've been members like 8 or 9 years. It's been amazing. But anyway, they've recently acquired the space next to them. So they've knocked the walls out. Now they've got this gigantic space for exactly this kind of an event. So they're really happy that we're going to be there. And it's all going to be about gratitude. So I'm very excited. Yes, the time of year we're going into is, can't believe it, but we're talking holidays and just being grateful for all we have. And so we hope that everybody listening will put it on their calendar, check out our website for that information. And the other, let's see, what was the other part I was going to say? So next week, and I just realized, I'm not sure if it's on the website. We've been promoting it everywhere, but it'll be on there tomorrow. CB Bjork's beautiful bride, Catherine Barajas Bjork, the crazy red-haired lady, has agreed to share her story with us on Thursday, September 5th, which is literally a week from this Thursday already. I can't believe I'm even saying that, but it is. And that will be our TTR Presents for September. And her story is one that you have to hear. She leads our Motivation Monday morning calls, and you have to hear her story, but the name of it is The End Was Only the Beginning. So I'll leave it at that. Check it out. Website. It is on Eventbrite. We'd love to have you join us. Let's see, after that, we have in September, we have TTR Celebrates, and we're actually having it at one of our member locations at the TikTok Lounge. That's on the 17th of September, a Tuesday night. Instead of meeting here on this wonderful Zoom call, we're going to make it a big open event at the TikTok Lounge in Indianapolis. And we have the covered patio, and hopefully it won't be 100 degrees, but it won't be snowing either. So join us. That's from 5:30 to 7:30. We'll have food. We're going to recognize, if you want to come and have their Bloody Marys, that's on your dollar, but they supposedly have the best in Indianapolis, Bloody Marys. And I know they have other drinks too. I know. But it's been around for a number of years. And we are going to recognize our global partners, Pavi3 Kilgore, KPSK Consulting, Robert Bonjour with Offset House Printing, and our wonderful group of community partners, which we have Dawn Evans Casey on this call as a community partner. Deanna Morae with ReZenergize Sanctuary is one of our community partners. We have Nancy Vesley on this call usually. She is one of our community partners. She is insurance, Medicare. Let's see, who else do we have? Nicole Williams, her social media, Thankful Social Media, I think is what the name of her stuff that she does. I know we have a handful of other, but that is a night to recognize those members, but also to meet more, get to know what that global and community partner thing is all about, and where our vision is for 2025. I can't believe I'm saying that. So, and then we will have other events. Right now, you're probably saying, well, we have to wait till November for our networking at the Anchor Health Chiropractic. We actually have a monthly event, and I'm confirming, but it's our open networking. We have it usually the last Friday of the month. And right now, I don't want to give you those specifics, but usually happens the last Friday it'll happen the last Friday of September and October. And then November will be the big party at the Anchor Health. So we have our weekly meetings that happen every week, like this wonderful group. And then we have events. We have a group for B2B every week. We have our Monday morning that Catherine Barhas Bjork, the crazy red-haired lady, leads. We have a number of other things that we're starting. So I just encourage people to go to ttrnetworking.com and click on the homepage. It'll give you featured events and different things. But you can find our groups. You find all the tabs and everything. But Collaborating Connections is our only evening group. And we have their visitor day on Tuesday, October 1st, which is coming up. But it's going to be right here on Zoom, right, Dawn?
Yes, yes, it is.
So it's
we're looking to be connected with professionals across from coast to coast.
Yeah.
If they don't have a geographic limitation of doing business, we'd love to meet and do business with folks. They don't have to be located here in central Indiana. So that's the great thing about Zoom. So we'd love to meet.
Yeah. Yes, it is. We do know that when you meet online, sometimes it takes a little more work. You have to carve the time out of your schedule. You have to make appointments. Maybe, might be on Zoom, but it's at another time so that you can get to know better what CB does, what Deanna does, what Dawn does. I mean, you can't always get it in that one meeting a week. But that is the beauty of it as well, though. You can, hey, let's get together at 8 in the morning or something, and you can do it because you can do it. It's not, you don't have to drive anywhere, but I don't know that 8 in the morning works. I told a lady last week something about 8 o'clock for a meeting. Oh, I was telling her about the Fun Friday, and she was going to come on Friday. But when I told her it was 8 a.m., I think she had some some fancy or some colorful words that came out of her mouth at the same time. And I'm like, well, and I thought, well, it's obviously not going to work for her to do that, but some people don't mind it. And we do offer like Collaborating Connections. Don't get up at 8 o'clock. Meet us at 6 on Tuesday nights on Zoom, So we're trying to accommodate everybody. And we even let little kids attend, they can, anybody, we know you got a life, and we would love to see your grandchildren now that you've seen mine and Deanna's beautiful twins there. So very cool.
You never know. They may be our entrepreneurial future.
Absolutely. Well, look at their grandmother. I mean, Deanna's doing all kinds of stuff. So why wouldn't they? They're going to have her in their lives. They probably will be. But anyway, lots of things going on. And the people on this call right now, you are the cream of the crop. So thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you so much, Jennifer. I appreciate you keeping us up to date on everything happening throughout the organization. Next, we would like to get into our roundtable of introductions. And I know Deanna was the first one who joined in on the call, and I would like to, if she's available, invite Deanna. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yes, while we drive.
Okay, carefully.
Carefully. My name is Deanna Morae, and my business is ReZenergize Sanctuary. And the most exciting thing that we are doing right now is on September 11, we are having a guest who is a traveling, I would say minstrel. He wouldn't say that. He's a traveling musician, and they travel from EE System Energy Enhancement Center to Energy Enhancement Center doing sound baths. And that sound bath is coming up on the September 11. It's from 6:30 to 9, right? So 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9. Yeah, 2.5 hours. And everybody that comes is not only getting 2.5 hours of time in the sanctuary, but they're also getting 2.5 hours of music that is fantastic. We've heard nothing but good reviews from the event from everybody that's had it. So we're super excited about that. And of course, we're always looking for partners, community partners, so to speak, but partners that are people who are also interested and working in the holistic health arena, because we always want to work with those folks, because I believe it's important to heal the healers, right?
Absolutely.
So it's all about supporting other businesses that do healing, holistic approaches to everything. So that's what we do. Does anybody have any questions?
What time is that, Deanna, on the 11th?
6:30 to 9.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said that. I heard you. And then my granddaughter walked in. I totally forgot. Okay. And do you have something that we can be out there promoting it? Do you have, I'm sorry, but that helps us a lot. Not I'm sorry that we want to promote it, but we want to put it out there. And if you don't have something, or you have something, even the basic information.
We shared it, Jennifer.
Huh?
Deanna gave it to us. I believe it
Oh,
was
that's
last
what
week.
I shared
So
today.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, Deanna. You see, I'm so efficient. I already shared it and didn't even know what I was sharing. Okay, cool. Well, and actually, I'm gonna have to look at that. Did we have? I don't think we had a physical copy. We just had, and I don't mean to say I can print it when I get back home. Are you able to tell us how much it is per person?
Absolutely. They set the price. It's $133.
You already told us that, didn't you?
Yeah, $133. And while that might seem, a little high for a concert, the thing is people getting the healing holistic energy from the system at the same time that
Sure.
they're getting that music.
Sure. I don't think you need to be defending that at all, because I think I'm just like, when you were saying it, I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds wonderful. Okay. Oh my gosh. And I know you've raved about it before, so
It's amazing. It really is amazing when you get that kind of music happening and it's vibrating through your whole body. And honestly, I'll tell you, it's a very exclusive event. There's only 10 spots.
Okay.
So, it's a very exclusive event. So when people come to that event, there'll only be about 8 or 9 other people there. So it's a really wonderful experience.
Anyway. Wow, cool. Okay. That's wonderful. I'm taking you all with me. We're moving. I'm not driving, but we're gonna be moving momentarily. So thank you, Deanna.
Thanks,
Thank
Deanna.
you.
Well, Deanna, will you share that on your website that you also have a calendar of your other events that occur, correct?
We absolutely do. We have a calendar that shows the events that are coming up. We've got a group overnight coming up in September as well. And we have the music events, and we're hoping to do some other, fun things coming up as well.
Okay.
We're always working on new fun things to do. And we are considering starting a new meetup as well.
Awesome. Very good. Thanks so much, Deanna.
She's considering starting what? What is she going to start?
A meetup.
Oh, good for you. You got to do that. All right. Good.
All right. If there aren't any other questions or comments for Deanna, I would like to next invite CV Bjork. Are you ready to introduce yourself and your business?
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Dawn. CB Bjork, Ascension Imaging Studio. I am a photographer for the business needs of, well, basically your business. As everyone has been mentioning throughout this call, they're amazed the year is starting to wind down. People are starting to look at the end of the year. Well, what does that mean? Well, end of the year is a great time to get fresh headshots for next year. It's time to get set up for your marketing campaigns, your advertising campaigns, and possibly even your products. So those are all things that I can do. So if you would reach out, would be happy to have a discussion with you about how I can get you set up for a fresh, fast start for 2025. That said, next one. I have a Wedding Photos Express that I do weddings, and I work with that in terms of really breaking the services down. It's almost like a menu, and it's really simple. If you you build the wedding photographer kind of as you want for your service. So if you're having a short elopement, yep, can do that a lot cheaper than you can do a 6-hour wedding. So I'm all set up to do all sorts of different functions with that. Please check out the website, give me a call, reach out. I'm happy to help. Number 3, CB Bjork Photography. I do portraits works here, as I had shown a little bit earlier, the sports photo of my son Chase and his soccer team. I have that one that I did there. So I do sports stuff. I do portraits. I do senior portraits. I also do things like pictures for gospel groups, like Great Joy and their singers. So I do all sorts of different things. And again, please feel free to reach out and contact me. You can reach me at cb@ascensionimagingstudio.com, and I can put my information into the chat so it is here for everyone to come out later. So if you're planning on 2025 events, now is the time to get started. Now's the time to get those things, those plans, those pieces put in place. Once we start down this slippery slope of September, then boom, it's October, then boom, we hit the holidays, and then everything is going crazy. Actually, this year with Thanksgiving being so late in November, we're actually going to have a very short time between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So the holidays are going to feel really fast this year. So now's the time to get really set up and get really ready for 2025. Thank you, Dawn.
Awesome. Awesome. You're welcome. Just want to quickly ask, as you mentioned the holidays, you do family portraits for Christmas cards and all that as well?
I can do that too.
Awesome.
I can get them printed for you. The sooner, obviously, you get that going, the sooner you're going to have the results. And I like having fun with these things. A number of years back, probably 20 years, we had one that I did that everyone was in their football jersey from different teams. One person's wearing a Colts jersey, one's in a Bengals, one's in a Steelers, and the Christmas card said, "Merry Christmas from our team to yours." And so there's always fun things that you can do, and we can always personalize stuff. So it really is your Christmas card, and it really goes for what you do. And it's also one that you can work with to send out things to clients as well. Dawn and Jennifer work with a company called Send Out Cards, which is a really great company for keeping in contact with stuff. But I can also work at personalizing cards and things like that by having photography on the cover. So whichever holiday you celebrate, in whichever way you celebrate it. There are great ways in which I'm more than happy to work and help out on that.
Super fantastic. And your photography offerings are indoor, outdoor, you don't mind going to the client's location, etc., correct?
Here, there, and everywhere.
All right.
So as long as it's not raining, I'm happy to go anywhere. So electronic equipment doesn't do well in the rain.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, CB. Any other questions or comments for CB Bjork?
No, I don't think Steve's on a couple weeks ago when I tried to show my face. I don't think he was on. I couldn't figure out how to do it on my phone. CB, so I was trying to show it, but I don't know if I don't think I was able to do it. I think it says it's supposed to work, but great joy and this wonderful, I mean, we're not bad looking people, but he took kind of a goofy group and made us look kind of good. Not really kind of, it's really neat. And I don't even know if he knew it until he saw the pictures, but the drone picture above us worked really well. So I know I've talked about it on this call a few times, but he did it. And, we're not asking you to do anything more than just on.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little bit, Jennifer.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear
Okay.
me now?
Okay. Sounds good now.
Okay. Just I'm on 5G right now, so I'm gonna ask the question. If I fuzz out, you guys don't worry about me. But question, CB, every photographer has their favorite thing they like to do. What is your very favorite? Because I know you're doing a lot and you're willing to do a lot. And you're obviously good at a lot because that picture of your son, that's great. And I can't imagine that wouldn't get you a lot of opportunities. Well, what's your favorite? I remember you talking about it when you first started, but I don't remember what it.
I really like to do the fun things, the creative things, the not normally seen type things. The pictures I did for Great Joy where I have the drone up above and then I edited the photo down. Obviously, as a gospel group, having that heavenly feel is important. So, the drone, I was able to take that shot and then edit the photo so it kind of looks like, in a way, God's looking down from heaven at them and their beautiful voices. So it really, it's creative. And so, like I say, if you have a fun idea, if you have something interesting that you want to do, I'm game, because I've been doing this for over 50 years. The gray hair shows. My dad put a camera in my hand when I was 5, and I was shooting high school sports before the attorneys got involved, and a 5-year-old could stand on the sidelines and take pictures. But it's always been a hobby and an interest of mine, and I love being creative with it. So I actually was talking with my wonderful wife, Catherine Brahas Bjork, the crazy red-haired lady, earlier today about some of my ideas that I'm going to work on over this long weekend. So, yep. You can do fun things with business. You can do fun things in your wedding. You can do fun things with your portraits. You can do it with your Christmas cards. You can do it with your Halloween cards. I mean, maybe you love Halloween and you want to make Halloween your Christmas card. Perfect. There are people who like The Nightmare Before Christmas and, stay with that theme, and, you can make that your Christmas cards. There's all sorts of things that you can do. This is great weather now. although not today, but in general, coming up, we've got some wonderful days where we're in the 70s and 80s, and it's a great time to get out and get some of those shots done. Senior photos, love doing those on location, not just studio shots where, but really exploring the personality of my subject, just doing fun things. So I'll stop rambling.
See your answer. Yeah, your answer. Can you guys hear me? I'm not sure. I'm on 5G, so hopefully.
Yes, we can hear you
Well,
now.
most of the time when somebody, I don't know, we've had other photographers, obviously, CB, and I've met others that always say, "Oh, I won't do this, I won't do that, I won't do that." You know, you're just saying, "I just want to have fun," and I kind of like that. I think that's kind of, I mean, I'm sure if there's something that you don't feel comfortable with, I get the feeling you're gonna tell somebody, that's not, I don't know the best way to do, or whatever. And maybe you haven't even found that yet. I don't know. Maybe that's never happened, but I think that's a great answer to the question. So, and I know from our experience with you and the when you did the headshots and when you did the drone stuff with Great Joy, I was, you were easy to work with for sure. And I think the other thing is exactly what CB was saying though about, Halloween picture for Christmas or something. You got to stand out, guys. You can't just be, if you're an insurance agent or you're whatever you are, you can't just be one of the many. You've got to figure out ways to do it. So it might be being, if you like Halloween, I wouldn't send Halloween cards on Christmas, but I kind of, you know what I mean? But that's exactly what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing. I mean, I've never seen anybody with a soccer ball and the flames coming out, whatever that was. That's pretty cool. So,
Well, and one of the other ones you can always do as a business person, is you can have fun with your advertising. Send a holiday card to your clients and make it upside down. And then that way they're going to call
Yep.
you and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, did you know that your card is upside down? The printer did something wrong." And while you did something intentional,
Yep.
your client, your customers, the people that you work with, have worked with, or wanting to work with, grabs that phone and like, "Oh man, I gotta let him know, or I gotta let her know that this is all messed up, and that there's a problem, because this is embarrassing." And they call you, you have them on the phone, and it's time to talk with them about what they have going on for next year, for the next month, for the next whatever, so it can work with your business. There's also, you can do a picture where the heads are cut off, because that's always a famous one in photography, where or the thumb's in the way, and you can't see people, because that happens with a lot of people. So you can do a lot of creative things and put slogans with them and do all sorts of things. So that's what I'm here for. So lots of fun stuff.
You
Good
are
answer.
a definite creative in that respect, CB. So we're so glad you're a part of our group and that your creativity and energy are part of Collaborating Connections. Thanks so much. All righty, let's see. Before I introduce myself, I want to make sure to acknowledge our other Collaborating Connections members, and just let the listening audience know we have a wide breadth of industry coverage throughout the Collaborating Connections, and these are wonderful professionals to get in touch with if you happen to need their products and services. First off, I'm going to mention Robert Bonjour, who is a global partner of TTR Networking. He leads offset printing. I believe he's the fourth generation in his family to manage the company. So offset printing is here in Central Indiana and available for your printing needs. Next, we've got Pavi3 Kilgore, another global partner of TTR Networking. Coffee 3 leads KPSK Consulting, which is a fractional HR company helping with projects and consultations for HR for small business and medium-sized businesses. Nicole Williams, who is a social media marketing strategist, just is a bundle of creativity and fun. So if you're looking for new ways to reach clientele through social marketing, whether that's with a Canva post or she loves to write, you need just the right words to say the right thing to capture an audience, reach out to Nicole Williams. Next, we have Nancy Vesely, and she is a longtime member of Collaborating Connections. She's with iAmerica Health Insurance, and I would describe Nancy as knowledgeable, helpful, and focused on her clients' health insurance needs. So if you are looking at perhaps changing your health insurance plans this year or phasing out of one program and looking for a new thing, Nancy Vesely is your person. We also have Robert Haley, and he is a mortgage lending specialist with years and years of experience with Old National Bank community lending. So if you've got questions, general financial questions, or more specific home buying questions, reach out to Robert Haley. We also have Carol Blackman, who is our realtor. She is with eXp Realty. She is a realtor on both the buyer's and seller's behalf and is licensed in Indiana as well as Florida. So if you have home buying, home selling needs and looking for somebody who is really dedicated to helping her clients all the time, whatever it takes to get that house closed on or to sell that home, please reach out to Carol Blackman. I know Jennifer didn't mention, but we've got Philip Johnson, her wonderful husband. There he is. Hey, Philip, with ANA Solar Wash. A lot of people are transitioning or adding solar energy to their residential homes. Businesses are adding solar energy to their commercial projects as well. Well, those solar panels need to be cleaned, and ANA Solar Wash is the connection to help maintain the energy efficiency and get those panels cleaned. So Philip Johnson at ANA Solar Wash is your connection. And CB briefly mentioned his lovely wife, Catherine Barajas Bjork, and she is well, she does so many things. CB, do you wanna talk a little bit about Catherine?
Oh, yeah, it's kind of hard to know where to start.
Without telling her whole story, because that's for next week
Yeah,
for
for
the
next week.
TTR Presents.
Catherine Barajas Bjork, the crazy red-haired lady. Boy, she does so much. She's a holistic practitioner. She works, she does Reiki sessions. She does work on healing there. She also does an integrative energy therapy session as well, which helps heal the energy that's damaged. She's a medium. She loves to work with pets, animals. She's talked with cats. She's talked with dogs. She's talked with a turtle. She's talked with a monkey. She's worked with clients with pets all over the spectrum. She does not like snakes. So if you have a snake, she will not talk to your snake, but she's happy to work with pretty much any other animal on the planet. She is a wonderful medium who has a loving touch when it comes to those who have crossed over, and she loves working to help heal some of those connections. With that as well, she also has I'm gonna say it wrong because I that's unfortunately I don't know the right words. But she does work in the beauty industry and she is wonderful at doing nails. So if you have an event, if you have something coming up where you're needing a personal touch with stuff, reach out to the crazy red-haired lady and talk to her and find out what she can do to assist you in any of those fields across the board. So that in a touch is the crazy red-haired lady.
Awesome.
Can
Awesome.
I throw in there really quickly too, really quick, Dawn? I don't know if you guys
Uh-huh.
can hear me. We're out on
Yes.
the main road. So yeah, I guess if my reception's good. Just, we were even talking about it yesterday morning on the Monday morning call that Catherine leads. And I said, you know, it's just one of those things when you hear the stuff, like CB, we can tell CB knows her, you know, but there are people who would hear all those things and say, okay, what did she do? Come on. So I really would encourage people to come and join us, jump on the call this Thursday, and then you hear some of the testimonials and you meet people who know Catherine and have been around and seen her in action. And I can tell you, our dog just died, and Catherine actually communicated between us about 2 weeks before she died. We did that, but we just heard you say that, Phoebe, that she can actually, I think it might be really good to talk with her now because Bella is gone. Yeah, and I'll tell you, there's just, you know, you could say, oh, that's creepy or something. It's not, that's not what you and I together. I don't know if you talk to animals, maybe, but there's something just very peaceful about in its energy, knowing, you know, I've seen you guys and you know, when you did your show and stuff. So I guess I would just plug, come and join us next Thursday on Zoom. And, you know, you don't have to, you just can see this lovely red-haired crazy lady tell her story and you get and then, you know, you just get to hear really firsthand how it works. So anyway, that's all.
All
I'm
right.
just plugging. Here you go.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing, Jennifer. So everyone can tell we've got so many wonderful professionals as a part of the Collaborating Connections group that have really a wide array of specialties and interests. And that's part of the reason why we encourage to have one-on-one follow-ups. There certainly isn't enough time in our weekly calls to go through all of the details and all of the wonderful things that each and every one of us does. So to find out how we can help, how we can best connect, follow-up one-on-ones are always a wonderful recommendation amidst professional networking groups. So I just had to make that quick plug. When we publish this recording to YouTube and our social media outlets, we like to include the contact information for all of the professionals, you know, that are on the call or that are part of the group, so that people can follow up and make that connection if they hear something that is resonates with something that they want or need, or just you know, are interested in finding out more information about. At this time, I'll introduce myself, Dawn Evans Casey, and I, like many other collaborators, have a bunch of hats that I wear. Number one, I am the owner and agent of Spa Travel. Spa Travel is all about relaxed adventure. I love to help my clients have enjoyable, relaxing vacation time or travels, no matter where that may be, domestic or international. I can help with airline cruises, destination rail, car rentals, all-inclusive resorts, etc. So whatever your travel includes, whatever destination you have in mind, Spa Travel would love to help plan and book that adventure. Additionally, my husband and I work on a genealogy educational outreach nonprofit called Claiming Your Roots. That can be found on Facebook. And while we provide tips and guidance on how to do your own genealogical research, we also encourage multi-generational families to participate in a family project, a group project, where everybody contributes to the family history cause, depending upon the skill sets that they possess. And with all of the information that they gather in about 4 to 6 weeks of initiating the project, we help them build a lovely keepsake that they can continue to build on and then pass to future generations. So that is, again, Claiming Your Roots, and it is a public Facebook page where you can connect with us, ask questions if you need guidance, or just follow some of the tips and tricks and free or low-cost resources to get your family tree research started. Also, with the help of my good friend Nicole Williams, that I mentioned was the social media marketing strategist, she is also a master blogger. So Nicole I worked on her beta program, Starting Your Blog, and I created Cheerful Chocolate Spirit, which is my writings, my passion, it's pictures, poetry, stories, and quips all about the love of chocolate. It's something that I just have loved since childhood and enjoy sharing with others. There are also t-shirts and tote bags and so forth with the Cheerful Chocolate Spirit logo that are available for sale. And Cheerful Chocolate Spirit is posted on Facebook as well, another public page. And I always tell everybody, I know I do a lot of different things, but I keep it all organized and wrapped up using a resource called Send Out Cards. Send Out Cards is part of the overall promptings program that is all about gratitude. Through Send Out Cards, I connect with my family and friends and client base of all of my various endeavors, and can share with them what's going on with me, thank them for being connected to me and all that they contribute to positivity to my life, and just to stay in touch, which is so important in a very growing and diverse world. So if anybody is interested in learning more about Send Out Cards, whether they use them on a personal basis to stay in touch with family, friends, or on a business basis to follow up and stay in touch and show gratitude to their client base, I would be happy to share more information. So besides that, this is what I do with Collaborating Connections on a weekly basis. We get together, talk about the themes and professional development and suggestions for doing better, growing our business, being more productive, and showing a little bit of gratitude and happiness to each other. That's what we're about. Are there any questions or comments that I might be able to address? Okay. Well, I mentioned in the message out to the group today that this is our last week of Awesome Testimonials for August. And I certainly want to thank everyone for the encouragement, any testimonials and referrals that you've shared this month. And if you still got some in the bag that you'd like to get out, please feel free. We still have today is the 27th, so 4 more days to the month. So if you've got awesome testimonials to share, certainly find out how best to share them with our fellow collaborators, how best to post them. But if you've got any that you'd like to share tonight, I want to invite everyone to do so. I particularly just want to awesome testimonial to Deanna for that apple mint tea at Fun Fridays last week. It was absolutely everything. It was so delicious. And see, while Deanna talked about ReZenergize Sanctuary and the wellness and the comfort aspect of that, there are, again, so many little things that we do that aren't necessarily publicized about our business, but part of our talents and our treasures that each of us have and do. And when Deanna told us first about this apple mint tea and then has shared it with the group, it is just, it's healthy, it's tasty, it's awesome. So that's my testimonial. If anybody is wanting that recipe for that delicious apple mint tea, reach out to Deanna.
And what did I say? I don't know if you guys can hear me. It's raining. It tasted like I was standing in my garden, which I think Deanna said something like that's what she thought too, but it's hard to explain. But literally, that's what it tasted like. You know, you felt like you were in your garden with all. I mean, it was definitely tea, but it affected all of your senses. Right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. So that was really good. If you hadn't said it, Dawn, I was gonna. Because that was really nice. That was amazing. You know, and I've had tea that I'm not a big tea drinker, but I'm not a coffee drinker at all. And tea is the option, and that was just really fresh. I could see it, you know, just that making such a difference, and then that, you know, just anytime you were wanting to step back into that moment in your garden. Pretty cool. Thank you, Deanna.
Yeah.
You guys are welcome. You know, the one thing that makes it the most fun to bring something in to give and to make something from your heart, the one thing that makes it really worth it is when people really enjoy it. If I was making something that was worth it, but then people were like, oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, that was good. I can't remember. Like, right. Then it would lose half of the joy of making it.
Well, I can't thank you enough. I told you I took extra home, and that lasted my trip from Indianapolis to Detroit. I didn't want to drink pop. I didn't want to drink anything, you know, that I get from the gas station, but it was just a refreshing drink for me to have on my whole trip, and that just made it for me. So thanks again.
So really quick, just about that though, you use the stevia plant from your garden. So can you? I'm sorry, it's pouring down right now. We're in Ohio, so I don't know if it's sitting out there, but can you get stevia at off times of year?
Well, what I do, no, it's not a dumb question at all. What I do, and actually here is, right, here's my plant right now. Oh, okay. It's got some filter on it. Anyway, I'm just outside watering it. So what I do is I actually bring it in the fall and keep it through as long of the winter as I can. And then at one point, it'll get to the place where it's like, no, I'm really done. I think you've tricked me with this weather thing, because I've been alive too long, and it will go dormant. And if I keep watering it, 1 year it came back.
Really? Wow. Well, you can get that at a grocer? Or
no, I've never seen it at the grocery store. You have to get it in the spring, and you get it in with the herbs at the nursery, right? And I buy 2 or 3 or of them every year and put them all over so that I can use them for tea and for salads and for everything all the time. It just makes things just a little sweet, and you can just add it to anything.
Sorry. Does it make it smell good around there?
She's asking, is it aromatic? Does it make,
you.
does it make, does it make, does it smell good? The plant, is it aromatic?
It doesn't really smell very much either way, but it just tastes. The flavor just hits you.
Right. I'm sorry, it is pouring down rain. I don't know if you noticed, it got very dark here. Because we have 11 herbs in our garden in citronella, and I love the fact that it just smells, you know, but I'm not saying that would deter me from planting stevia, or you know what I mean? Now that you said it, now I know, you know, like you said, I mean, now that we have tasted it firsthand, you know, it's like, wow, it's really great. I just didn't know, because I was like, I wonder what all of that would smell like together. But it's pretty cool that you could, you know, keep it for a while inside. But the spring is
So
when you get, yeah.
Yep. So I have 3 plants that can be brought in. I'm only going to bring in 1 because I can't keep more than 1 alive. And I have 1 other promise. So if anybody wants the last of the 3 plants that they can bring in and put in a pot and just pick the leaves off as winter comes, then you're welcome to speak up, and I'll put it aside in the pot as soon as it starts to get cold.
Well, if Dawn wants it, that's understood, but I'll be happy to take it. If
Okay.
she doesn't want it, well,
She has 1.
oh, she has one. Okay, I'm not. It's raining like crazy right now. Okay. Okay, cool though. Cool. Thank you. Wonderful.
Awesome.
And testimonials, in terms of testimonials, I have a testimonial from a gentleman. Well, he didn't give it to me, but his caregivers gave it to me. He is in a wheelchair, and he has a disease that's kind of like MS. He's got multiple systems atrophy. And so all of his muscles sort of start shutting down or over tensing and whatever. And he is better now that he's been coming here than he has been in the last 5 years. So that's a really great testimony.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, that is
so
awesome.
I wanted to share that.
See, it's wonderful. You know, you hate to think of somebody suffering for a long term. It's great, you know, that he's experiencing some turnaround, and you wish that, you know, you were able to help them sooner. But certainly just to have the experience of being there at ReZenergize in the sanctuary, getting exposed to those energy waves and feeling some improvement or relief is well worth it. I just, you know, I love coming there and visiting with you, Deanna. And while I don't have any super debilitating ailments, I just know it's good to feel good. So if anybody is looking for that relief, major or minor, that it feels good to feel good, and it's worthwhile to have the experience. So thank you for all that you do.
You're so welcome.
I want to also mention CB. Well, Jennifer mentioned it in his creativity of doing that aerial shot for her gospel group. And as he mentioned it, it was kind of like God looking down on them. Can you all imagine, you know, when you go to a vendor of any industry, when you're looking for help, you're looking for services, just to have somebody find just the right shot, just the right input that is exactly what you're looking for, that makes the whole experience wonderful. That's what giving, the awesome testimonials are about. And I know CB mentioned how the thought came to him, and Jennifer mentioned how she really loved, how that made her group shot just set it off. So think about that when you're vetting your professional vendors. Think about making that connection when somebody is able to get you exactly what you're looking for. And that sometimes comes through the connections, talking it out, letting people know, what ideas you have, and listening to that creative, to that vendor who has the knowledge base and experience to give you ideas that might really, connect with your heart and mind of what you need, what you're looking for. Jennifer, were you about to say something?
No, it's just the weather is really crappy. It's like black, and we're in an area I was telling Philip to pull over if you wanted to. It's just raining like crazy. But no, I think there's so many. I'm thinking about all the Christmas that's getting done, the team members and referrals that are and the new connections, and it gets it's very exciting. And I do think it's so important that we share the testimonials. I don't, we should be doing it all year long, right? Not just in August, but all year long, so that everybody, so we're, there's food. There's food in the pudding, I guess, is what I'm saying. Honestly, say you've done business with somebody and they've done a great job. Let me say that. And TV's been around long enough now, and remember that I've been able to utilize him for a number of different things. And it's very exciting, and that's why I asked him, because I'm going to refer, if anybody asks for a photographer, or if somebody's looking for, that he's going to be the first guy I'm going to think of. But if I know that there's something that doesn't want to do, I would, I might let that person know. Well, I don't know if he does. I still know, but I can at least share with that prospect that, he's done this, he's done that. These are really two different, he's done the headshot. Well, yeah, he did the headshot for my husband and I. He did them for the Seaside project, and then he did our blue, which are all human being pictures, which are really cool. But I just, his answer was really good. I want to be doing the fun stuff. So, that's cool. But anyway, I just say we need to refer to each other all the time. There's no question. Or not referring, I'm sorry, testimony. Referrals are extremely important, but they have to be genuine. You don't force them, do them because they make sense.
Yeah.
But knowing your referral partner is so important too. So, I know that TV is open to lots of opportunities. So that's cool.
Super fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna add your referral to my website, so that sits there as well. So so people see that, real people are pleased with the work.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome. I appreciate it.
So with that in mind, I guess I want to wrap up our August month of Awesome Testimonials with the thoughts that, as Jennifer said, we should be sharing awesome testimonials with each other and with those service providers, product providers that that wow us, that give us exactly what we need. It's wonderful to let people know that they've done a great job, that you were more than satisfied or very impressed, and to add your voice to letting their audience know it's not just that professional who wants to toot their horn, but that others out there who have experienced their products and services think and believe that this is a trustworthy individual with valuable, beneficial products and services. So it's something, it may take just moments to do, beyond saying thank you, but adding those words of how they did their job and how you felt about it. That goes a long way, that individual, that professional can share on their website, on their social media, etc., to help their business grow and thrive. So it remains important. It remains something that we should do all the time if we have the opportunity. And it also remains, for us as professionals, something that needs to be a part of our ask on a consistent basis, so that we know where we can, how we did. And then if we need to fix anything or make corrections, that we have the opportunity to do that as well. Okay? So keep it in mind. That's all I've got for this week. Does anybody else have any more comments or questions for the cause before we close it down? All right. Well, next Tuesday is the day after Labor Day holiday, but we're still planning on gathering together here on Zoom Tuesday night at 6 p.m. So we hope to see you there. To our listeners, please, if you're interested in coming to visit with us to share about yourself and your business, we would love to hear from you, would love to meet you. Please reach out to us on any of our social media modes. And the rest of you, go forward. Have a wonderfully productive week. Stay dry and stay cool, and enjoy your Labor Day holiday. We'd love to see you again. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. See you guys. Be safe.